Hey, I'm Jeff, and welcome to Clutch City Chatter. I was just sitting here thinking about the 2017 cheating scandal involving the Houston Astros, and was getting upset thinking about it. I thought I would just share some of my thoughts. This past April, the U.S. Second Court of Appeals denied the Yankees' request to keep a letter that was sent by MLB to the Yankees under seal. The Yankees were fighting. They didn't want that letter to become public. And the U.S. Court of Appeals said, no, can't do that. You need to release the letter. Let everyone see it. And so it was released, and it was in an article, in several articles. ESPN had it, as did New York Times, and of course Houston Chronicle. That letter contains information about technology. That letter contains That letter contains information about technology violations and sign stealing for the 2015 and 2016 Yankees. So the Yankees were guilty of proven known sign stealing in 2015 and 2016, yet they were not good enough to get to the World Series. Perhaps that's why they're really so angry at the Astros. The details contained in that letter note violations that players and staffers say became commonplace in the sport after monitors were installed near the dugouts in 2014. Here's a copy of the letter. Major League Baseball now says that at the time the Yankees were stealing signs, it was not expressly prohibited by Major League Baseball. Wouldn't that kind of be like, say, if I was growing marijuana in my backyard and the landlords called the cops and told them, and I was arrested, and I said, well, the landlord never told me I couldn't grow marijuana in the backyard. So MLB clearly has been trying to scapegoat the Astros. Thankfully, a list of players from other teams has been coming out saying that the Astros were by far not the only team doing this, that the majority of teams in baseball in 2017 were doing this. Those players that have come out in favor or support, I guess you could say, of the Astros include Joey Votto, Chris Sale, Chris Bryant, Josh Donaldson, Miguel Cabrera. These are well-respected players in Major League Baseball that are not Astros, and so they're not just trying to save the Astros. They're just being honest about MLB scapegoating the Astros. After all, MLB can't have its fans thinking that the majority of teams were cheating. It's just not a good look for the league. And I agree that it's not a good look for the league. But I also think that you've got to be honest about it. I mean, it's not fair to a team to point to them and say they're the ones doing it. So who better for MLB to point to? Of course, it's a team that used to be the laughingstock of the league, had lost over 100 games several years in a row, all of a sudden has become a super team and won the World Series in 2017. So, of course, that's the team that they need to scapegoat. Thankfully, the Astros have proven to be a good team with World Series appearances again in 2019 and 2021. So even though they didn't win those World Series, they were very closely fought World Series games. And to get there 3 times now in 5 years, that is remarkable. And many, including myself, believe the Astros will be at the World Series again this year, which would make 4 World Series in 6 years. One of the truly sad consequences of the cheating scandal involves Jose Altuve. Fans that cheer when Altuve is hit by a pitcher, it's disgusting, it's sickening, and really it shows how screwed up those fans are. This is someone's life. When they get hit by a pitch, thankfully most of the time it's not in the head. But it certainly could be, and it could end their career. I remember I was at the game in 1984 when Dickie Thon was beamed by pitch. Dickie Thon was my favorite player. He was shortstop. I played shortstop, and his star was rising. He was becoming a superstar, and it all ended right then when he got hit in the head. He tried to make a comeback. He was never ever close to the same player. His vision was messed up from that, and I just think about how these fans today would react if that happened to Jose Altuve. First of all, many players have said Altuve was one of the few on the team that did not use the cheating method. Secondly, it really doesn't even matter if he did. This is a human being. And this is a ball game. This is not supposed to cheer when someone gets injured. Altuve is a remarkable human being. He has played the sport the right way. He has maximized his potential. He gives it all. He's a clutch player. And he should be celebrated, not booed. It's sad. It makes me angry when I see fans do that. This is a guy that has been so classy to other fans of other teams. He signs autographs. He smiles and takes pictures with them. And yet he's booed relentlessly, unmercifully. But on second thought, Altuve plays his best when you're booing him. So keep it up. You're only hurting your own team because Altuve is smashing you guys with all that booing. So I got a little sidetracked talking about the cheating scandal, the situation with Jose Altuve being booed so much. It bothers me. But more just the hate for the Astros bothers me. This team didn't do anything that other teams weren't doing. No team now is cheating, at least not sign stealing cheating, because of the consequences. So the past is the past. Let's move on. This is a good group of guys. They all play the game the right way, hard-nosed. They give it their all, and they win. Win, baby. That's what they do.